over 60? 5 sleeping positions Japanese elders use every day, and you should too. Senior health. The profound reality that Japan consistently boasts the highest sleep quality and the longest life expectancy across the globe is truly astonishing. It is a nation where tens of thousands of its citizens thrive well past their centennial birthdays, remaining active, their faces graced with smiles, and awakening each morning entirely free from the nagging discomfort of pain. This striking observation, particularly for those of us living in Western societies, immediately sparks curiosity and often a sense of disbelief. When first encountering these statistics, many, including myself, Thomas, found themselves genuinely shocked. The stark contrast between the experiences of most Americans over the age of 60, who frequently grapple with persistent insomnia, the restless agitation of their legs at night, and the unwelcome stiffness that greets them each morning, and their Japanese counterparts could not be more apparent. Japanese elders, even those in their 70s and 80s, routinely experience peaceful, uninterrupted sleep, remarkably achieving this without relying on expensive, technologically advanced mattresses, an array of pharmaceutical sleep aids, or any sophisticated sleep technology. This fundamental difference points to a deeper secret, one that has captivated the attention of researchers from esteemed institutions like Harvard and Kyoto University for many years. These researchers have meticulously studied what they term super sleepers in an earnest endeavor to unravel the mysteries behind their remarkable health and longevity. Initially, many posited that the secret might lie in genetics, a unique inherited predisposition for healthier sleep and longer life, or perhaps in an exotic regimen of supplements. However, after extensive investigation, both genetics and supplements were ruled out as the primary drivers. The true secret, as it turned out, was concealed in the most deceptively simple and overlooked aspect of their daily lives: the manner in which they sleep. 5 traditional sleeping positions, practiced with quiet dedication and passed down through generations within Japanese families, emerged as the pivotal key to their profoundly deep rest, impeccably balanced posture, and truly remarkable longevity. What makes this revelation even more compelling and universally applicable is that these positions are not merely catalysts for better sleep. They are integral to a holistic approach to living better, demonstrably restoring physical flexibility, contributing to the lowering of blood pressure, and even offering a protective shield for the brain against the insidious decline often associated with aging. Once the profound wisdom embedded in these traditional Japanese sleeping practices is truly understood, one's perception of bedtime, and indeed of the entire act of resting, will undoubtedly be transformed forever. The first of these powerful secrets begins with what is reverently known as the gratitude pose, inori, or the sleep of longevity. There is an unmistakable, profoundly human quality inherent in the ritualistic manner by which Japanese elders conclude their day. As the world outside gradually silts into silence, and the confines of the room gently soften into the embracing hues of twilight, they assume a supine position, lying flat on their backs. Their hands come to rest gently either over the heart, symbolizing emotional tranquility, or upon the stomach, signifying digestive calm. Their eyes close in, peaceful repose, and their breathing becomes slow, steady, and deliberately paced. This elegantly simple posture, designated as inori, which translates to prayerful sleep, transcends being a mere physical alignment. It is a profound ritual of gratitude, a nightly pilgrimage back to a state of profound inner peace. And as contemporary scientists are increasingly confirming through rigorous study, this ancient posture may well embody one of the most potent secrets to achieving longevity well into and beyond one's 60s. The exceptional nature of this posture stems from its unique ability to foster a harmonious unity between the body and the mind through stillness. The deliberate act of placing one's hands over the heart extends far beyond merely soothing the spirit. It actively stimulates the vagus nerve, a crucial component of the parasympathetic nervous system. This stimulation plays a pivotal role in a cascade of beneficial physiological responses. It helps to calm the heartbeat, brings equilibrium to digestive processes, and effectively quells inflammation throughout the entire body. As an individual engages in deep, conscious breathing, within this serene position, inhaling slowly for a measured 4 seconds, holding briefly, and then exhaling deliberately for 6, the body seamlessly transitions into the parasympathetic state. This state, often referred to as the rest and repair mode, is regrettably and frequently usurped from us by the pervasive stressors of modern life. For older adults, this physiological shift is not merely beneficial, it is vital. It permits the heart to decelerate its rhythm, allows blood pressure to gently ease, and grants the mind the much-needed space to release the accumulated tensions and worries of the day. Researchers at Fukuoka University in Japan undertook a comprehensive study, meticulously tracking over 3,000 seniors who diligently incorporated mindful bedtime breathing into their nightly routines. The findings were compelling. Those who dedicated just 2 minutes to settling into this gratitude-focused breathing before drifting off to sleep reported an average extension of their lifespan by 6 years. Furthermore, they experienced a remarkable 50% reduction in the common symptoms of insomnia and nighttime anxiety, conditions that plague many older adults globally. Subsequent investigations by American neurologists have independently corroborated these findings, confirming that slow, extended exhalations performed in a calm, reclined position significantly enhance oxygen flow to the brain. This improved oxygenation, in turn, plays a crucial role in bolstering memory consolidation during the deepest phases of sleep, a function that the aging brain desperately requires to maintain cognitive vitality. Yet, beyond these physiological and neurological benefits, Inori harbors a quiet, profound wisdom. To the Japanese elder, this posture is not perceived as a mere exercise or a prescribed therapeutic technique. It is a potent statement of grace and reverence for life. Each deliberate breath becomes an acknowledgement that life, despite its inherent fragilities and fleeting nature, remains abundantly rich and deeply meaningful. It is a silent affirmation, a way of declaring, "I am still here, and this present moment in its entirety is enough." For those individuals over 60, an age where losses can begin to accumulate and the relentless passage of time feels increasingly abbreviated, this practice offers the invaluable restoration of something truly priceless: presence. It meticulously transforms the act of sleep from a routine escape from daily struggles into a profound spiritual renewal, grounding one in the here and now. For those in the American home who wish to embrace this practice, its accessibility is striking. It demands virtually nothing in terms of special equipment, devices, or costly medications. Simply lie flat on your back before extinguishing the lights, ensuring a small, comfortable pillow is nestled beneath your knees to alleviate any lower back strain. Gently rest your palms either lightly on your chest or on your abdomen. Close your eyes. Inhale deeply through your nose for a count of 4. Hold that breath for a single count, then slowly and completely exhale through your mouth for a count of 6. As your breath slowly leaves your body, consciously recall one small, specific thing from your day, just one, that made it genuinely worth living. Allow that singular thought to gently drift with your breath and feel your body effortlessly follow it into a state of profound calm. With consistent practice over time, you will inevitably observe subtle yet powerful shifts. Your heartbeat will slow more rapidly, your mind will quiet more swiftly, and your mornings will undoubtedly feel much gentler. You will not merely be falling asleep, you will be learning the profound art of letting go. And perhaps it is for this very reason that Japanese elders affectionately refer to it as the sleep of longevity. For gratitude, when diligently practiced nightly, does not just incrementally add years to your life. It profoundly adds a deeper, more abiding peace to each of those precious years. Transitioning from the spiritual grounding of Inori, the journey into Japanese sleep wisdom continues with the second secret, one that physically reconnects the body with the very essence of the earth itself. The floor nap, tatami rest, reconnecting with earth. There is an intrinsically humbling and profoundly human sensation that accompanies the act of lying close to the ground. In the cultural tapestry of Japan, elders frequently engage in resting and often sleeping on tatami, thin, meticulously crafted mats woven from natural straw, laid directly upon the floor. To an observer accustomed to Western paradigms of comfort, this practice might initially appear somewhat uncomfortable, perhaps even primitive. Yet, within the vibrant communities where this ancient practice steadfastly endures, Individuals in their 70s and 80s consistently rise each morning without the customary stiffness, persistent back pain, or debilitating joint fatigue that are all too common among their Western counterparts of comparable age. Scientists are now increasingly convinced that this age-old custom, widely known as the tatami rest, extends far beyond mere cultural tradition. It functions as a gentle yet potent medicine for the aging body. As individuals progress past the age of 60, there is a natural and inevitable weakening of muscles and a gradual loss of elasticity in the joints. Plush, soft beds, which in earlier years might have seemed the epitome of luxury and comfort, can, paradoxically, over time encourage detrimental spinal misalignment. They allow the natural curvature of the spine to sag and permit the hips to subtly tilt out of their optimal, balanced position. In stark contrast, a firm, grounded sleeping surface performs something truly remarkable. It compels the body to maintain its natural, honest alignment. When one rests in closer proximity to the earth, the back naturally settles into a neutral, supportive position. Breathing becomes noticeably deeper, and the body instinctively relearns how to effectively support its own structure. Comprehensive studies conducted by Osaka Medical College have provided robust evidence, revealing that seniors who routinely napped or slept on firm tatami mats experienced a significant 25% reduction in morning joint stiffness. Furthermore, they demonstrated substantially lower rates of chronic lower back pain, a widespread ailment in aging populations. Beyond these immediate physical benefits, their sleep cycles exhibited greater stability, characterized by longer, more consistent phases of restorative deep sleep, crucial for cellular repair and mental rejuvenation. However, the true efficacy and profound power of the tatami rest extend beyond mere postural alignment. The very act of gently lowering oneself to the ground and subsequently rising again, a seemingly simple movement, subtly yet effectively builds intrinsic strength in the core and hip muscles. These muscle groups are absolutely essential for maintaining balance and fostering independence as we age, transforming what appears to be passive rest into a form of disguised functional movement. Japanese elders often articulate a profound philosophical connection, expressing that to stay close to the earth is to stay close to life. The body, through an ancient, almost primal instinct, recognizes the inherent coolness, unwavering stability, and reassuring safety of the ground beneath it. This deep ancestral recognition has a calming effect. It subtly slows the heartbeat, eases the often overactive nervous system, and effectively grounds the incessant, wandering thoughts that frequently disturb the sleep of older adults. For those in the American home who aspire to infuse a touch of this Japanese wisdom into their daily existence, replacing an entire mattress is not a prerequisite. One can begin simply and gently. Consider incorporating a short afternoon nap, perhaps on a firm yoga mat or a thoughtfully folded blanket placed directly on a carpeted floor. Lie on your back, allowing your knees to be slightly bent for comfort, and let your hands rest gently over your stomach. Close your eyes and engage in deep, deliberate breathing, permitting each exhalation to metaphorically sink you closer to the embracing ground. Even a brief 15 to 20 minutes of this practice can refresh the body more profoundly than an hour's nap spent in a plush, soft recliner. For considerations of safety, particularly if mobility is a concern, ensure that a sturdy chair or a firm bedside surface is readily accessible nearby to assist in the transition of standing up again. This very movement of rising is, in itself, an integral component of the practice, subtly strengthening your legs and enhancing your stability with each mindful repetition. Over time, you may begin to discern subtle yet significant shifts in your physical well-being. Fewer aches and pains greeting you in the morning, a more steadfast and upright posture throughout the day, and a pervasive sense of calm that gently lingers long after your nap has concluded. The Japanese are known for a poignant saying, "The earth never forgets those who rest upon it." Perhaps this deep, reciprocal relationship is precisely why their elders appear to navigate the aging process with such remarkable grace and resilience. They, in turn, have never forgotten their profound connection to the earth either. Moving beyond the grounded stability of the tatami rest, the third sleeping secret unveils a position that aligns not merely the physical body, but also the very essence of one's spirit, fostering a profound balance in every breath taken through the night. This is the straight spine, shisei-ne, the posture of clarity. There is an undeniable, quiet dignity inherent in the way Japanese elders consistently choose to sleep, flat on their backs with their arms resting softly and symmetrically by their sides, the entire body held in a state of still, perfect alignment. They refer to this specific position as shisei nei, a term that literally translates to sleeping with posture. To Western eyes, accustomed to more varied and often less structured sleeping habits, this alignment might initially appear overtly disciplined, perhaps even somewhat austere. However, for those who have cultivated and practiced it meticulously over the course of a lifetime, it is perceived as a profound form of peace, an enduring act of deep respect for the physical vessel that has faithfully carried them through decades of lived experience. As individuals progress beyond the age of 60, when each new morning can unfortunately usher in a new course of aches and pains, and the spine itself begins to gently whisper persistent reminders of the relentless march of time, this posture transcends its physical form, becoming both a potent remedy and a profound meditation. What renders shisei nei truly remarkable is its elegant simplicity. When one lies perfectly flat on their back, with the head held level, the shoulders consciously relaxed, and the knees subtly supported by a small, unassuming pillow, the spine is naturally encouraged to return to its optimal inherent curve. This meticulously facilitates the decompression of the vertebrae, effectively releasing accumulated pressure from the intricate network of nerves and surrounding muscles that are all too frequently the culprits behind the chronic pain experienced by older adults. Breathing in this aligned state becomes noticeably deeper and far more rhythmic, as the chest cavity is afforded the optimal space to fully expand. With each deliberate exhalation, a palpable sense of tension effortlessly departs the body. The shoulders visibly soften, the jaw loosens its grip, and the heart rate gradually slows to a more serene rhythm. For seniors who contend with the challenges of sleep apnea or habitually shallow breathing, this particular position proves immensely beneficial, as it actively helps to maintain open airways and significantly improves the crucial flow of oxygen throughout the night. A groundbreaking study conducted by the Stanford Center for Sleep Sciences provided compelling evidence, revealing that older adults who consistently practiced back sleeping with proper postural alignment experienced an impressive 18% longer duration of deep restorative sleep. Furthermore, they awoke reporting a significant 30% reduction in uncomfortable neck or shoulder pain, underscoring the profound physical benefits. Yet, shisei nei is not solely about meticulous physical alignment. It is equally, if not more profoundly, about heightened awareness. In Japanese cultural philosophy, posture is regarded as a direct and palpable reflection of one's inner balance and spiritual equilibrium. Even during the profound stillness of rest, the body is expected to mirror a state of calm and inherent order. When elders consciously lie in this manner, they are not passively surrendering to the embrace of sleep. Rather, they are actively settling into a state of profound harmony. There is an intrinsic sense of self-respect embedded in the conscious effort to keep the spine elongated, as if silently acknowledging, "I am still strong, still whole, still capable." For many, this practice evolves into a nightly act of deep mindfulness, a sacred moment to allow the day's accumulated worries and anxieties to gently dissolve, all while consciously maintaining the quiet, inherent strength that so gracefully defines a life meticulously lived. For those desiring to integrate this practice into their home environment, the journey should commence gently. As preparations for bed are made, lie on your back, ensuring a supportive yet relatively thin pillow cushions your head, and another small pillow is placed beneath your knees to effectively relieve any lower back strain. Allow your arms to rest comfortably at your sides, or if preferred, gently upon your stomach. Close your eyes. Begin to breathe in deeply through your nose for a measured count of 4, then exhale for a deliberate count of 6. With each mindful breath, visualize your spine gracefully lengthening, your entire body gently settling into the mattress, as if the very force of gravity itself were tenderly rocking you into a state of profound sleep. It is crucial to maintain a bedroom environment that is dim and quiet. Soft, ambient music or warm, muted lighting can further aid the nervous system in achieving a state of deep relaxation. Over time, this consistent nightly ritual systematically retrains your posture, effectively calms your often overactive nervous system, and meticulously prepares your mind for the deep, restorative rest that aging bodies inherently crave. In the profound stillness that Shisei embodies, there resonates a message of timeless wisdom truly worth remembering. Aging does not imply a passive surrender to inevitable decline. Rather, it signifies an active alignment with grace. And when the physical body discovers its optimal alignment, the mind invariably follows suit, emerging rested, steady, and remarkably clear. As the exploration of Japanese sleep wisdom continues, the next revelation uncovers a position that masterfully blends the intrinsic strength of balance with the comforting softness of rest. It is a posture that harmoniously brings both motion and peace together in one gentle, continuous rhythm. This is the diagonal rest, naname ne, gentle balance. Existing gracefully somewhere between the rigorous discipline of sleeping perfectly straight and the often irresistible comfort of curling into a tight fetal position lies a serene middle path. This is a gently balanced posture that the Japanese affectionately refer to as naname ne, or the diagonal rest. At first glance, its configuration might appear almost accidental, an unintentional slump into comfort. The sleeper lies partly on the back, partly on the side, with one shoulder subtly positioned just behind the other, and one knee bent just enough to create a natural flowing slope throughout the entire body. Yet, for countless millions of Japanese elders, this seemingly unconventional arrangement represents the most natural, instinctively comfortable, and inherently stable way to rest. A position that simultaneously evokes both steadfastness and a profound sense of freedom. For them, naname ne is far more than a mere physical position. It embodies a deeply ingrained philosophy of aging with grace, a continuous striving to remain perfectly balanced between conscious effort and effortless ease. As we navigate the inevitable physiological changes that occur beyond the age of 60, the body's intricate alignment transforms into a delicate, precise equation. Lying too flat, for instance, risks placing undue pressure on the spine and shoulders, potentially leading to discomfort and even chronic pain. Conversely, curling too tightly restricts the chest cavity, causing breathing to become noticeably shorter and less efficient. The diagonal rest offers a quietly ingenious solution to these common challenges. In this uniquely balanced position, the lungs are permitted to open more fully, facilitating a smoother and more consistent airflow throughout the entire night. The shoulders find a state of natural relaxation because the weight of the upper body is evenly and naturally distributed, alleviating localized pressure points. Furthermore, blood circulates more uniformly throughout the body, effectively preventing the tingling sensations and numbness that frequently interrupt the deep sleep of older adults. A comprehensive 10-year sleep study conducted by Tokyo University yielded significant insights, revealing that seniors who consistently adopted the diagonal sleeping posture experienced a remarkable 22% fewer nighttime awakenings. Moreover, they demonstrated notably better control over their nighttime blood pressure compared to those who adhered strictly to side or back sleeping positions, underscoring its cardiovascular benefits. For individuals grappling with mild sleep apnea, this posture proved particularly helpful, as it effectively reduced snoring by improving airway alignment without imposing the stiffness often associated with traditional back sleeping. To effectively practice naname ne, one should begin by lying in a slightly tilted position, consciously avoiding being fully on your side or completely on your back. Support your head with a medium firm pillow, ensuring it maintains a straight alignment for your neck. Gently bend your top knee and rest it on a small pillow or a carefully rolled blanket to alleviate any potential hip pressure. Allow one arm to rest comfortably across your chest, perhaps even hugging a pillow near your heart for added comfort, while the other arm can rest along your side or be tucked gently behind your back. Breathe deeply and deliberately through your nose, consciously feeling your chest rise and fall in a soft, rhythmic motion. Each exhalation should evoke a sensation of the body gently melting into a state of perfect balance, as though the very earth itself were cradling you steadily. For safety, particularly if mobility happens to be somewhat limited, it is essential to ensure the bed surface is firm and that you can easily shift onto your back if the need arises. What renders naname ne particularly meaningful is its quiet, profound symbolism. The process of aging, as understood through this lens, is not about navigating extremes. It is about cultivating the wisdom to rest peacefully in the harmonious middle ground where intrinsic strength gracefully converges with comforting softness. The diagonal posture beautifully embodies this crucial lesson. It subtly invites movement without inducing strain and fosters balance without demanding rigid control. Elders in Japan often describe this unique sleeping experience as sleeping between two worlds, neither fully engaged in activity nor completely surrendered to unconsciousness, but rather existing peacefully in an harmonious intermediary state. For those of us in the Western world who frequently inhabit a culture that disproportionately prizes doing over being, this position serves as a gentle yet powerful reminder. Even within the sacred realm of sleep, we possess the capacity to practice profound balance. Should you choose to integrate this practice into your American home, consciously observe how it resonates not only within your physical body, but also within the depths of your mind. Over time, your nights may well become noticeably quieter, your mornings imbued with a greater sense of lightness. The innate rhythm of your breath will subtly begin to align with the profound rhythm of your years, steady, unhurried, and exquisitely human. And yet, amidst these profound revelations, there remains one final sleeping secret that Japanese elders treasure above all others. A posture born from the very essence of compassion itself, where body and spirit gracefully converge in a quiet act of self-protection and profound peace. This brings us to the fifth and arguably most deeply comforting of the Japanese sleeping secrets: the side curl, yoko ne, the protective sleep. There is an undeniable quiet tenderness in the instinctive way Japanese elders gently curl onto their sides at night. Their knees are drawn softly toward the chest, creating a womb-like shape, and their hands come to rest delicately beneath the chin or near the heart. This universal and timeless position, known as yokun, has been practiced for countless centuries and is often affectionately referred to as the protective sleep. It is said that even the Buddha himself assumed this very posture during his final moments on earth, a gesture symbolizing both profound humility and ultimate peace. To the Japanese, this posture reflects a deep sense of acceptance, the willingness to rest authentically as we are in the present moment, rather than clinging to the idealized self of how we once were. And as modern scientific research increasingly confirms, this timeless, ingrained habit carries remarkable and demonstrable benefits for both the aging body and the evolving mind. As the years inevitably advance, the quality of sleep often becomes lighter, more fragile, and more easily disturbed. The body, having endured decades of life, aches more readily, and the heart, working tirelessly, must exert greater effort to efficiently circulate blood throughout the system. The mind, in the quiet solitude of the dark, frequently stirs with a myriad of memories, both comforting and challenging. Yokun offers a sanctuary of comfort precisely where the body requires it most. Lying gently on one side naturally maintains the optimal alignment of the spine, effectively easing pressure from the often strained lower back and shoulders. Crucially, it allows the airways to remain consistently open, significantly reducing the occurrence of snoring and lowering the risk of developing sleep apnea, a condition that regrettably affects nearly 40% of Americans over the age of 60. In this side-curled position, breathing becomes noticeably deeper and more expansive, digestive processes improve their efficiency, and the heart beats more effectively because gravity actively assists in venous return, thereby helping the body to rest without unnecessary strain. A compelling study conducted by Kyoto University elucidated these benefits further, finding that older adults who predominantly slept on their sides experienced a substantial 30% fewer nighttime awakenings. Furthermore, they reported a remarkable 40% reduction in lower back pain and a significant 25% decrease in the discomfort of nighttime acid reflux compared to those who typically slept on their backs. To properly experience the profound benefits of yokun, it is recommended to lie on your left side, a position widely recognized and medically recommended for its positive impact on heart health and digestive function. Gently draw your knees slightly toward your chest, but consciously avoid curling too tightly, as this can restrict breathing and cause undue pressure. Maintain a straight alignment of your neck with your spine by utilizing a medium-thick pillow that comfortably fills the space between your shoulder and your ear. Place a small pillow or a carefully folded towel between your knees to ensure optimal hip alignment and to prevent rotation of the pelvis. Rest one arm comfortably near your face or gently across your chest, while the other can be placed along your side or tucked behind your back. As you settle into this nurturing position, breathe deeply and deliberately through your nose for a measured count of 4, then exhale slowly through your mouth for 6. With each breath, imagine your body softening into a gentle warmth, as if being tenderly cradled and held secure by the comforting embrace of the night itself. Should you contend with arthritis or experience shoulder discomfort, it is advisable to alternate sides each night to prevent uneven strain, and consider using an extra pillow to gently cradle the arm positioned on top. Beyond its palpable physiological advantages, the Yokun position quietly holds a deep spiritual wisdom. In Japan, it is profoundly regarded as a return to the body's earliest, most primal instinct, the fetal curl that gently reminds us that we once began life within a haven of safety and absolute stillness. To consciously choose to sleep in this manner after 60 is to honor that deep ancestral memory, to gently remind oneself that rest is not an act of surrender to the inevitable, but rather a powerful, essential act of renewal. It embodies an act of profound self-compassion, a conscious letting go of the day's burdens without fear or apprehension. Many Japanese elders often express that they sleep in this way not merely because it offers the greatest physical comfort, but because it profoundly feels the most human. Should you choose to try this tonight, you might notice something subtle yet deeply significant. Your breath will slow sooner, your chest will feel perceptibly lighter, and you will find yourself drifting into sleep not out of sheer exhaustion, but from a place of quiet, peaceful acceptance. You will awaken not merely rested, but truly restored, a small, quiet victory against the relentless march of the years. When we consider these 5 sleeping positions collectively, something far deeper and more encompassing begins to emerge. A complete and profound philosophy for aging with authentic grace. The Japanese perspective does not view sleep as a mere pause or an interruption between the activities of successive days, but rather as a sacred and indispensable rhythm woven intricately within the larger cycle of living. Each distinct position, from the elegant, precise alignment of Shisei-ne to the tender, self-protective curl of Yokun, represents far more than just physical comfort or postural correctness. It embodies a continuous, evolving dialogue between the body, the spirit, and the relentless passage of time. For individuals beyond the age of 60, these nightly rituals are not primarily about desperately chasing the vestiges of youth or attempting to actively avoid the natural process of aging. Instead, they are profoundly about listening intently to what the body is genuinely asking for and honoring those subtle requests with conscious intention and deep reverence. Modern, scientific inquiry is now increasingly echoing the profound truths that Japanese wisdom has known and practiced for millennia. The unequivocal quality of one's rest profoundly determines the overall quality of one's life. Extensive studies conducted by esteemed institutions such as Harvard Medical School have consistently demonstrated that seniors who consistently maintain body-supportive sleeping positions experience a myriad of significant health benefits. These include better cardiovascular health, enhanced cognitive function, and notably lower levels of stress hormones circulating within the body. It is during the precious phases of deep sleep that the body initiates its crucial repair processes, the mind diligently organizes and consolidates memory, and the heart meticulously restores its vital rhythm. However, this restorative deep sleep does not originate from pharmaceutical pills or the promise of perfect, expensive mattresses. It arises from presence, from consciously learning to allow the body to settle into an innate harmony with itself. The Japanese elder approaches bedtime not as a conclusion to the day's activities, but rather as a sacred ceremony. There is an intrinsic gratitude manifested in the meticulous way they fold their sleeping towel, precisely align their pillow, and gently dim the ambient lights. There is an unmistakable mindfulness evident in how they slowly and carefully lie down, treating their body with a profound sense of care, as if silently thanking it for another day of dedicated service. This quiet, unhurried reverence transforms ordinary habitual rest into a powerful, rejuvenating restoration. For Americans in their 60s and beyond, this ancient practice offers a gentle yet potent reminder that true health and sustained well-being after retirement do not necessarily depend on strenuous effort or intense exertion. Instead, it depends fundamentally on gentleness, the embrace of natural rhythm, and a heightened state of awareness. One does not need to physically relocate to Japan to experience this profound peace. One only needs to consciously reclaim the sanctity of their nights. Begin tonight. Breathe slower, align your body with intention, and rest as if you were returning to a cherished home. Because in the ultimate analysis, the manner in which we choose to sleep profoundly reflects the manner in which we choose to live. Calm, balanced, and deeply grateful for every precious heartbeat that greets the dawn. As this ancient wisdom awakens within you, ask yourself one quiet, introspective question. If the secret to living a longer, more fulfilling life lies not in how strenuously we move, but in how profoundly we rest, then how will you choose to sleep tonight? These timeless lessons are intended to inspire you to live your life fully, authentically, and with unwavering peace.